Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Winnie. I am a process engineer working in one of the largest semiconductor manufacturing company in the world. I am a PhD graduate and I am a mom. So the purpose of this channel is for me to share my experience as an international PhD student and just give tips on a successful application process and provide one-on-one support and consultation if that is something that you're interested in, and just also sharing like what the transition has been from graduate school to professional work life, especially being a woman working in STEM career and everything in between, all the chaos in between, considering that I am a mom, and just how am I balancing this out. So yeah, it's a busy time, but I enjoy it and I love it and I love to share, and that's why I really wanted to continue doing this. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. So as you can see in my title today, I'm talking about like the graduate school application deadlines, especially for international students. This is mostly applying to those who are applying from outside the US. And particularly I'm talking about the US because that's my experience, but in future videos we can do other countries as well. So let's get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the deadlines is when do the admissions happen in the US. So admission mostly happen during the fall. So the fall is when you have the higher chances of being accepted, and also you have the high chances of getting funded. And when do the fall semester begin? So the fall semester mostly begins in August. So and if you're targeting to join in the fall semester, definitely now you cannot do that if you haven't done the application for the fall of 2025. So the best time then would be for you to target the fall of 2026. So that would be August of 2026 is when you will target to get admitted. So, and when are the deadlines for the fall admission? So the fall admission, mostly the deadlines are between December and February. So the application mostly opens up during between September and December. That's when the application opens, and then the deadlines, they run from December to February. So within the deadlines, we have priority deadlines. For most of people actually don't know this, and I actually didn't know, so I just found out this, that this priority deadline, which actually increases your chances of getting funded. So funding is very important, especially for international students, because what does funding mean? Funding means free money. It means that you will be funded for your tuition fee, and also you'll be funded a stipend to live on. So you don't need to work outside the school system. So, and for you to increase your chances of getting that funded, then it's very important for you to apply early. And then now you have the final deadlines, which is on the final date. So that is very important for you to keep that in mind. Within these deadlines, different schools even have different ways of applying. So you have like a fixed admission or a fixed deadline that says, okay, by end of January, that's it. We are not accepting any more students. But then there are other schools that have something they call like rolling admission. So this one, they review application as they come in. And here as well, the earlier, the better, because they review those application on first come services, first come basis. And then, and they have a total number of slots that they provide. So once that is closed, that's it. So deadlines are super critical for you to keep in mind, especially for international students. The other thing, why am I saying these are super critical, is because of all the things that are needed during the application. I've done a video before of what the application requirements are, and you can view those. But just to mention a few, one, you need some time for the you have to have your bachelor's degree, so that is the first thing. So you have to have your transcripts ready, and then two, you need to do some standardized tests, especially for international students. And these standardized tests include TOEFL or IELTS, and GRE. GRE is General Record Examination. During COVID time, they did relax the requirement for GRE, but now some of those schools have returned that requirement. So you have to check with with it, like for the school of interest, like what are their requirements. Even as I do this video, the most important place to verify the application requirements and the application deadlines is the school website, because they will have all that information, and that will also vary from program to different program. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is, what can you take advantage of right now? So we've talked about the fall admission, but some schools do offer what is called the spring admission. So for the spring admission, this begins in January of the following year. So in this case, it will be January of 2026. And when do the spring admission open up? So this they open up between the time, like the deadlines are mostly from August to October. So this year, the best time to make sure that you put in your application will be between August and October. In your mind, you'll be like, oh, I have some time. No, not really. You don't have some time. As I mentioned, there's so many things that you need to apply, and you have to also keep in mind there's also the visa that you have to apply for the visa, and that needs some time, especially if there's a backlog of application that can take longer. So you don't want to get caught up in the, like, you have the admission but then you don't have the visa. So that would mean you have to postpone your when you can join the university. So basically that's it on the application timelines. So just keep those in mind as you're thinking about the application. And I think if you're thinking about graduate school, this is high time to book a consultation with us one-on-one. Let's narrow down what are your interests, and then let's see when would be at the ideal time for us to put in your application. So that's it on this video. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you enjoyed, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and comment below. That will be very helpful. And share for anyone that is interested in this information. And see you next time in my next video. Bye.